Take a look at this video and see if you can spot the elected official. Here's a hint. It's not the man in the suit glad handing with high school seniors. It's actually the kid in the plaid shirt and jeans. 18-year-old Patrick Reynolds is 8 days away from his high school graduation and the youngest town selectman ever elected in North Attleboro. With 57% of the vote, Reynolds beat out 4 other candidates, including the incumbent, who had served in town government for 3 decades. And Patrick Reynolds is here tonight. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So were you dead serious about this from the start, or did it start out as a lark?
You know, I've been involved in different campaigns and politics since about 8th grade. And when I heard an incumbent selectman wasn't running for re-election, I thought someone new should step in and try to bring some new ideas. And then I took a look in the mirror and decided, hey, why don't I try it? And
what did your parents think of the idea?
They were kind of back and forth on it, you know, supportive of me, obviously, but kind of a little anxious about me getting out there in the public arena.
And how did you go about running the campaign? Who were your helpers? Did you have anybody that you had to pay? Did you have to raise money?
It was we did raise some money, but it was all volunteer staff, and it was actually pretty cool. We had lots of different people talented in different things at the high school. Like someone was good at making videos, who made a campaign video. Someone was good at making music, so we had a rally and a concert for the campaign. So there's different people with different talents that all came together for our campaign.
All right, let's take a little look at that video. I want to see that.
We can have great schools, great jobs, and great opportunity. Let's create a high-tech renaissance in our industrial park. Let's create an incubator for startups downtown. Let's dream out loud.
Sounds like a real politician there. Dream
you.
out loud. So how did you focus on what your issues would be? You were also big on reorganizing the permitting process. You might as well get on board down here in Boston, city of Boston, too. They could use a little help there. How did you settle on that?
Just different conversations with people. Before I started the campaign, I went on a sort of listening tour to some small businesses downtown. We just had conversations at front doors and kitchen tables. And, you know, I don't think myself is the smartest person in the room, and so I didn't come with all this myself. I just like to hear what other people's input is.
So, I mean, this is a recent campaign. You're also a senior in high school. How did it all work with doing classwork and homework and going out and meeting people? How did you balance the two? Well,
it was certainly a pretty hectic schedule. There wasn't much time for hanging out with friends, but luckily lots of my friends were working on the campaign, so we kind of hung out while knocking on doors and making phone calls.
And now you've got the job, you've been elected, so you're a senior. You had to just decide where to go to college based on proximity to North Attleboro.
Yeah, I applied to only schools that were within driving distance of North Attleboro, and so I ended up with Providence College, so it's about 20 minutes away, so I can get back and forth for meetings.
Now, do you feel like you limited yourself doing that?
I don't think so. You know, I think it's a great opportunity to be studying political science in the classroom and then also learning it on a real-life basis. I think that would be a very complete educational process.
How often do the town selectmen meet?
It's about once a week.
So you'll be just driving back and forth, but I mean, do you interact with constituents the same way? I mean, you got to pay attention to college, too, if you're...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's more meetings depending on if there's a union dispute going on or whatever's going on, and I plan to have office hours with constituents. So it's definitely going to be a balancing act, but I certainly hope I can do it. My own grandfather, when he got back from the war in Korea, he was a student full-time, raised a family full-time, and was working at the same time. So I kind of want to mirror that work ethic. It's not as intense as that, but I try to emulate that a little bit.
I mean, voters have traditionally gone for kind of quirky or offbeat, or I'm thinking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, or what was the wrestler's name? Non-traditional. Do you think that was part of why people voted for you?
You know, I think that people were they're kind of tired of the same thing. They wanted a new generation of leadership, and I knew that young people would like that, but I was pretty surprised when I went to the senior centers and all the old people had the the exact same mentality.
Now, did this change people's view of you as a student in high school? Did teachers and fellow students look at you differently?
I don't really know. You know, I've started different clubs in school and sort of had leadership roles in the past. So I mean, I guess hopefully they didn't think of me too differently.
Does this job pay, by the way?
It pays a stipend, about $1,000
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a stipend. So how are you going to pay for college expenses and stuff? Did you get a scholarship as well? Yeah,
I got some financial aid. Plan on working this summer. I'll probably working next year. I don't know many college students that aren't working too. The expense is getting so high.
All right, well, we'll be following your career. I have a feeling we'll be seeing you on your way up other places. Patrick Reynolds, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.